Hey there! When you think about what makes a great leader, what comes to mind? We often picture them out front, guiding their teams, making big decisions. But what if the most important part of leadership isn't about managing other people at all? What if it's about mastering yourself first? That's exactly what we're going to get into today.
So, let's start with a really big question. What is the very first battle any leader has to win? And I'll give you a hint. It's not about beating the competition, or securing that next round of funding, or winning over a tough client. All of that stuff comes later. The real first battle is actually much closer to home.
And there it is. The first, and honestly, the most important victory you'll ever have is an internal one. See, real leadership doesn't start with you mastering a team or a market. It starts with you mastering yourself. It's a journey that has to begin from the inside out.
Now, you might be thinking this is some kind of new age management theory, right? But it's not even close. This is a timeless piece of wisdom, a secret to success that's been around for over 2,500 years.
Here it is, from the legendary strategist Sun Tzu himself. And what's so fascinating is that almost everyone focuses on the second half of that quote, know thine enemy. But Sun Tzu put know thyself first. That was not an accident. It's the absolute foundation. Because without knowing yourself, what are your strengths, your weaknesses, knowing your enemy is pretty much useless. Victory always starts with you.
Okay, so if knowing yourself is the key, how do we actually do that? I mean, this isn't just a philosophical idea to kick around. It's about building a real practical toolkit for your own leadership journey. So let's break down what goes into that toolkit.
To take this ancient wisdom and make it work for us today, we can focus our self-assessment on 4 distinct but totally interconnected areas. Think of these as the 4 pillars of your leadership identity.
This slide lays it out perfectly. Let's walk through it. First up, personality. These are your built-in traits. Are you an introvert who recharges by being alone, or an extrovert who gets energy from being around people? That matters. Second, your leadership style. How do you naturally get people to follow you? Are you a coach, a visionary who paints a big picture? Maybe you're a servant leader who puts the team's needs first. Third, we've got leadership habits. Oh man, these are so important. These are the small, consistent things you do every single day. How do you react when you're under pressure? Do you listen more than you talk? These little things define you. And finally, your leadership attitude. This is your mindset. When you hit a roadblock, do you see it as a disaster or as a puzzle to be solved? Understanding these 4 things, that is how you truly know thyself.
But let's be really clear about something. This whole process of self-assessment, it's not just some academic exercise. It's not just theory for a textbook. It has a very real and very powerful purpose.
Because here's the bottom line. All that internal work you do is the bedrock for all your external success. It is the direct foundation for achieving those 1,000 victories that Sun Tzu was talking about.
So, what does the leadership victory actually look like today? Well, it's about consistently hitting your goals, yeah? But it's also about building teams that are strong and motivated and being able to navigate any challenge that comes your way with confidence. And all of that comes from a deep sense of self-awareness. Ultimately, what this whole journey gives you is an inner compass. When you truly know your personality, your style, your habits, your attitude, you can lead with this incredible sense of purpose and clarity, no matter how chaotic the world around you gets.
So this is where the real work starts. This isn't just a bunch of information. Think of it as an invitation to look inward, to really assess those 4 key areas, and to start the single most important leadership journey there is. The only question left is, what are you going to discover?